What's going on, everybody? I am back. Yes, the one, the only Christopher Ryan. And yeah, man, we are about to get back into some more of this Joe Bidenisms, where this man is contradicting himself here when he claims Trump to be a racist, when in fact he is the racist, the known racist, right? We'll get into what Trump has done for all communities, all Americans, not just one set of people, not just Hispanics, not just the melanated community, not just the white people. He did it for all Americans, okay? And that's what you want in your president. So with that being said, we're about to take a look at Joe Biden and see if this is what you want in your president. Now, look, I used to be fooled, too. I used to think just like Joe Biden. I had to come to a realization. I had to think just like Joe Biden, man. Oh, I used to, which is if you don't vote Democrat, you ain't black. Period. That's how I used to think. Hey, shit, I'm a Dem. They gonna get my vote all across the board. 100% support. Never looked into the Republicans at all. I didn't even give a damn. I didn't even give a damn who, what was your situation. I just wanted Republicans out of office. That was all I knew. That was it. That was it. That was me. Now, Bush didn't do much to help that when he was in office. And that's when I was in the military. But, you know, that was a terrible time for me to be in the military, going into orientation. Gulfport, Mississippi on the CBC base. First day of orientation, not even orientation, a good 10 minutes. And we get notification that the Twin Towers are being blown to smithereens. Oh, man. I think I shit myself. And the shit went back in and then came back out again. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and get to the point of this video, man. We're going to check out Joe Biden, all right? Now, this is to the melanated people. My people, look, I used to think just like this. They had me, right? They had my mind too. If I didn't vote Democrat, I wasn't black. You're supposed to vote Democrat if you're black. That's what I used to think. So I just want to, do my part to help out to get Trump his votes, one, and two, for us to freaking live, survive, not become a socialist society. It has never worked, and we're trying to do it here. Why? There's no right way to do it. It's just not. It's not. 25 other nations have tried to do it. Countries have tried to do it, and it has failed every single time, except for, what is it, over there, Sweden, New Zealand, somewhere. Yeah, it's working for them right now. They kind of like got this little intertwining thing going on over there, but it's working for them, but we are not them, and our government is too damn greedy and too damn power hungry, and I just don't see it working out over here. We'll be in a bad way if we let that happen. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get into this Joe Biden racist moments, all his racist moments, okay? Let's check out and see what this young man has to say, and then we'll try to dig up some dirt on Trump too to see if he's a racist. All right, let's go.
We have this notion that somehow if you're poor, you cannot do it. Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
I mean, you got the first sort of.
Yeah, I get that right. He's insinuating that white humans are smarter and brighter than poor white kids or people. All right.
Mainstream African American, who is articulate and bright.
This was him talking about Obama, right?
Clean, nice-looking guy. I mean, that's a storybook, man.
Unlike the African American community, with notable exceptions, the Latino community is an incredibly diverse community with incredibly different attitudes about different things.
You cannot go to a...
Ouch. That one hurt. I ain't gonna lie, Joe. Ooh. 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 Ouch.
7-Eleven or a Dunkin' Donuts, unless you have a slight Indian accent. Except for, I'm not joking.
It's a long way until November. We got more questions.
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
It's an indicator of taking black people for granted. It's a way of saying we got y'all.
You ain't black.
It's a way of saying
You
I
ain't
can
Democrat.
be overconfident because
You ain't
I
black.
know that you guys always vote Democrat. I can predict how you guys are gonna vote. And I know that you guys have already bought into the narrative that Trump is racist, right? So as long as I'm not Trump, I can do whatever I wanna do. I can say whatever I wanna say, and I don't have to worry about you and any of your concerns and being intelligent enough to speak to your concerns intelligently.
Now, you don't know my state. My state was a slave state. My state is a border state.
He's going to let the big banks once again write their own rules. Unchain
The fuck he just
big
said?
banks.
You don't know my
and any of your concerns and being intelligent enough to speak to your
And
concerns.
what he's saying is exactly what I'm
intelligently.
talking about.
Now, you don't know my state. My state was a slave state. My state is a border state.
He's going to let the big banks once again write their own rules. Unchain Wall Street. They're going to put you all back in chains.
And I can tell you, as someone who was a little brown girl, I found...
Unchain Wall Street. They're going to put you all back in chains.
And I can tell you, as someone who was a little brown girl, I found Joe Biden's words very condescending indeed. And I think a lot of other brown girls would have felt the same way.
Let me see what he said. I'm sorry, I didn't read it. I was too. This morning, little girls woke up across this nation, especially black and brown girls, who so often may feel overlooked and undervalued in our society, potentially seeing themselves in a new way as the stuff of presidents and vice presidents. I can see how you can compare that.
Condescending indeed. And I think a lot of other brown girls would have felt the same way.
I think the two-party system, although my Democratic colleagues don't like me saying this, I think the two-party system is good for the South and good for the Negro, good for the black in the South. Other than the fact that they still call me boy, I think they've changed their mind.
Biden sought and received support from Mississippi Senator James Eastland, the Democratic chairman of the Judiciary Committee and a leading symbol of Southern resistance to desegregation. He frequently spoke of blacks as, quote, an inferior race.
You said surprising. Surprising in what way?
Well, the fact that he would solicit the support of staunch segregationists, James Eastland as well as Jesse Helms.
In terms of foreclosures, in terms of bad loans that were these Shylocks who took advantage.
Specifically, have you taken a cognitive test?
No, I haven't taken a test. Before you got in this program, you take a test where you're taking cocaine or not? What do you think, huh? Are you a junkie?
What do you say to President Trump, who...
Why in this nation do black Americans wake up knowing that they could lose their life in the course of just living their life? They gotta know.
He says this.
Now is the time for racial.
He just says this stuff so matter of fact, like he's in a private room drinking whiskey and smoking a cigar with his boys. You gotta have some tact. We know everybody cannot be not racist. Like, that's just not how it is, because that's what the system has set this world up to be. Everything is segregated. Everything is in their own little clique, whether it's race, whether it's religion, whether it's anything, politics. Everything is everything is got their own little clique. But damn, can you have some tact? Like, don't you doing this in front of America? Like, the world can see this actually. And you just laughing about it like you didn't offend it, like you are above everything, dude. What the hell?
Justice.
We have such an opportunity now to change people's lives for the better.
It's about who we are, what we believe, and maybe most importantly, who we want to be.
When I marched in the Civil Rights Movement,
And didn't Harris call him racist?
I did not march with a 12-point program. I marched with tens of thousands of others to change attitudes. I was involved, but I was not out marching. I was not down in Selma.
I look like he got more hair
else.
now than he did back then.
I was, in fact, very concerned about the civil rights movement. I was not an activist. I worked at an all-black swimming pool in the east side of Wilmington, Delaware. I was involved. I was involved in what they were thinking, what they were feeling. I was in law school. I wore sport coats. I was not part of that. I'm serious. I'm not big on flak jackets and tie-dye shirts and, that's not me.
More than once, advisors had gently reminded Mr. Biden of the problem with this formulation. He had not actually marched during the civil rights movement, and more than once, Mr. Biden assured them that he understood and kept telling the story anyway. That is really, really weird.
Now, his aides went back and said, look, he was in office marching for the idea of...
So in 1987, he was just going off. He was just doing any and every damn thing. Did he run for president in 87? Because he sure telling a bunch of bullshit ass lies. For what reason? Our last video, 1987, when he'd stealing speeches. What the hell, Joe?
Civil rights, but was not
You're not
actually
even trying,
marching in
dog.
the streets. But that would not fly as much. But he was supporting civil rights. But I'm saying that in today's
That's not the word marching means.
Twitter, okay.
I know, you're just telling what they said.
Right,
but
but in the age of Twitter today, Instagram, there would be pictures of him not marching. So you cannot get away with that in this moment. So that's his big challenge.
This day, 30 years ago, Nelson Mandela walked out of prison and entered into discussions about apartheid. I had the great honor of meeting him. I had the great honor of being arrested with our UN ambassador on the streets of Soweto trying to get to see him on Robbins Island.
I do want to ask you about one thing that you said repeatedly on the trail. I think it's 3 times now. You said that during a visit to South Africa, to visit Nelson Mandela, which I know was a very memorable visit for you, that you were arrested when you were there. Your campaign has come out since and said, no, you were separated from other people at the airport, but you did say arrest 3 times. Why?
Well, what I meant to say was, I was not able to move. I guess I wasn't arrested, I was stopped. I was not able to move where I wanted to go. I was a kid from suburbia. I lived out in Mayfield in a split-level home, but I didn't know any black people. No, I really didn't. You didn't know any white people either. That's the truth. And I was the only white employee here. And Corn Pop was a bad dude. And he ran a bunch of bad boys. And so he was up on the board, wouldn't listen to me. I said, hey, Esther, you, off the board, or I'll come up and drag you off. Well, he came off, and he said, I'll be waiting for you. He was waiting for 3 guys in straight razors. Not a joke. There was a guy named Bill Wright, Mouse, the only white guy, and he did all the pulls. He was the mechanic, and he cut off a 6-foot length of chain. He folded up, he said, you walk out with that chain. And you walk to the car and say, you may cut me, man, but I'm gonna wrap this chain around your head. So I walked out with the chain. I said, first of all, I said, when I tell you get off the board, you get off the board, and I'll kick you out again, but I shouldn't have called you, Esther Williams. I apologize for that. I apologize, but I didn't know that apology was gonna work. He said, you apologize to me? I said, I apologize for that, not for throwing you out, but I apologize for what I said. He said, okay, close the straight razor, and my heart began to beat again. So I learned about roaches.
President, in talking about the continuing recession tonight, you have blamed mistakes of the past, and you blamed the Congress.
I hope there was some more after that I learned
Yes,
about
because
roaches.
for many years I was a Democrat.
You know, someone very profoundly once said,
All right, so there he is, folks. Smokey Joe Biden. Shit. Oh, golly. The boldness. Like, even when he's telling the story, you could tell it's bullshit. You could just tell. People. When anybody is over-promising something to you, where it just seems like it's too much, too good, too fake, like too much in your favor, you gotta know it's bullshit. Even in his damn lie of a story he told, he still put in some racist shit talking about taking a chain and threatening a black guy. He was going to wrap it around his neck. Joe, I respect you for being honest about your feelings about us, even in your lies. Oh, man, y'all tell me what y'all think about this down in the comment section. This is a wild video right here, man. If y'all have any other videos that y'all want me to check out, please do leave it down in the comment section below as well with the link. And I will get to that because I want to learn all I can learn about both sides. I've been following Trump a lot, so I know what Trump has done, but even more things. Like, I want to see how in the debate, I want to see the lies that Joe Biden told and the truth being revealed, like countering everyone. Like, if I can find the video, I'll find it. If I can't, then I'm gonna make a video showing the facts versus the bullshit he been telling in the first debate. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna have y'all hit the like and subscribe button, right? And share this video, all right? Because I need this to go out. We need to educate everybody. We only got a few more days before the election, people. So we need to get these videos out. We need to get this information out to people, okay? I love y'all. I thank y'all for joining me. I thank y'all for sharing the video. I thank y'all for liking and leaving comments down in the comment section of other videos and your thoughts about this. That way we can have a community of people who are coming together for the greater good and getting the truth into people's heads versus the bullshit that Joe Biden is throwing out there. Thank y'all for joining your boy, and I'll see you on the next video. I'm out. Peace. This video is sponsored by Upful Blends. Upful Blends is a black-owned and operated manufacturer of alkaline herbal teas and supplements for healing the mind and body. It was created with the foundation of intention, clarity, and devotion to conscious living and alkaline embodiment. At Upful Blends, they are committed to the following: hand-mixed with love and intention of all their herbs, 100% non-irridated and natural herbs that have been tested for heavy metals, E. coli, and yeast. 90% of the herbs come from nutrient-rich grasslands of the western Cape of Africa, and they work with the best quality materials and work closely with their botanists and environmentally conscious herb suppliers, harvesters, and growers to be in integrity and sustainability. If you want to join the tribe, go ahead and go to the link in the description below, and there you will be able to find all the herbs and natural medicines to be able to heal and help your body heal. Thank you, Chantel, for being awesome. Now back to the show.